already did this. We're just special.
We are special, and welcome to Jarviskjir. The grave situation, where this season is coming to a close as they the party continues into the undead cult below Lichvale. How's everyone doing? We've been having long conversations about avocados and chicken. Not together, separate conversations is the interesting part, I guess. As interesting as it can be.
I'm doing pretty well. Thanks, Ollie.
Pretty well?
Pretty
Are
well.
you going for good and well at the same time?
Pretty well.
It's
pretty well.
It's a gnomish word.
Well.
Well, Gil understands Gnomish.
Exactly. I often forget that. Alrighty.
Thanks for remembering that.
You should really remember that you know a language.
Oh, I do. I said thanks for remembering that to Ian.
Oh.
Oh,
good,
I
good,
have
good.
a good memory for the completely unnecessary details.
That's Ian. Ian is good at the useless things, but bad at the things that matter.
I can't remember any character's name, but I can remember like half their stats.
Yeah, that's
fair.
weird. That's like more weird. Anyway, hey, howdy. We where we left off. You know what? I can show you where we left off. The party is down in the catacombs below Lichvale. They've gone down here because basically they were everything that's going on that's weird and shady and taking people's minds and maybe even causing everything that's going on in Lichvale is because of the cult that's down in the catacombs under the city. After getting a map and finding out all the secrets of it, they have now traveled under. They fought many of the cultists inside, which are a mixture of the population of Lichvale, humans and tieflings, and deadless. Take care of the cultists. Some of them wielded dark magics. And where we left off is just after Melody actually tamed a two-headed dog beastie with a natural 20. Because that always happens. I always... people in my games often say, never take animal handling. It's never going to come up. Ollie won't let you animal handle. And there yet, I think animal handling has like the most 20s that have dramatically changed games of anything. Because like, you always get 20s at animal handling. It's like, now you have a pet. And I can't argue, because you got a 20. So that's basically just where we left off with the party patching up. And you were talking about exits, and you just worked out that there is in this storeroom you're in, which was keeping the dog in very, very bad conditions. There is another way out through the catacombs. And actually, Sid, your darling gnome, because I forgot to mention Delric isn't here. I really should have.
You can tell he's not here.
He's not here because it's quiet, and I actually get a chance to speak. He's not here because he's on vacation, and
He's on fire.
He's on fire. Exactly. He's burning in the depths of hell, as far as I'm concerned. So he's burning in the depths of my heart. So Sid actually volunteers. Be like, well, I'm not really the best fighter in all of this, and this thing isn't all that useful against undead abominations, even though it is. But don't tell Scott that his weapon is really fucking good, because he refuses to admit it. I'm gonna go and get people from up above to help. Yeah, and that's why Sid isn't here. He leaves through the catacombs to get either the guard or the deadless outside to come and clear out this place and help research it. But you are aware.
Through the emergency escape
Yes.
tunnel. Good.
And he takes his map, but you also have a duplicate map.
That's fine. I just wanted to know so that when we have to run and escape, that the vicious creatures will be busy gorging themselves on gnomish
Yeah.
corpse.
By the time you leave, he's only going to be like halfway out the catacombs, so you can like just throw him in the way because he's got little legs, like really little legs. But that's kind of where we left off. That's where Sid is going off to get out of the way. of the danger, because he doesn't believe in the whole the closer you are to danger, the farther you are from harm. He's like, I don't want this. I'm old. I don't want danger. You know what? I agree. I'm not old yet, but so he's run off. And you were painfully aware. Vale was telling the party that Vale and Amelia. So Amelia was like, we're closed in a defenseless place, in a cult, and we know there's people out there. And Vale's like, oh yeah, those like shakings we've felt, probably demon summonings.
Ah, yes.
And that's kind of where we left off. I know that entire description was like basically the equivalent of a preteen girl telling you their life story. Like, and then, and like, but you know, whatever, fuck it. I don't care.
And then Travis pulled his carrot out.
Literally.
Literally. So, we are... This is where we left off. You guys could plan what you're going to do. More or less, as you go through the dungeon.
Vale.
Yes?
On a scale of 1 to 10, how sure are you that that demon was the cause of that shaking and that ruckus?
I'm fairly certain that the demon summoning, at least, is the cause of the shaking. However, whether the demon summoning was successful, I'm not really sure. I didn't stick around to see, you see.
Does anyone know if demons are particularly susceptible or resistant to anything? Amelia?
Can I roll an Arcana check?
That would be religion. But yeah.
Religion? Sure.
Ooh. Well, I mean, the basic thing that anyone would tell you is that demons are hell beasts that, you know, can only be destroyed through prayer. Demons, devils, fiends, all that sort of thing. But really, it's like a lot of things. They're one of those creatures that they can resist a lot of damage. Anything fiendish can resist a lot of damage. Only really magical weapons are guaranteed to work, and even then, not so much guaranteed to work. Magic, so the such that you wield, would be more effective than, say, a standard mundane sword. And if you remember correctly, actually, I believe currently the enchantment that Sid gives is on Gilwyn's sword. So Gilwyn's sword is currently magic.
Yeah, so I would pass the information on to the party. Like, non-magic weapons aren't going to do anything against it. They're going to be resistant to certain energies. I believe cold, they're resistant to, because I'm from Bastilian. I know for a fact that they made deals there to resist the cold. That's it. Melody might have the best chance against it, to be honest. Due to her magic, the way it works.
You've actually already seen that Melody's magic is... You know that this cult is linked to the Shadow Realm, the world of Shadow. That you actually know is named Uhage. But no one really uses that name that often, because you would know it when you're like researching this cult and stuff. That because she's from the Feywild, which is the opposite of the Shadow Realm, her powers are, in some cases, stronger against the effects of Shadow. You are just aware of that. You've witnessed it quite obviously.
So maybe if we could keep Melody safe and, you know, attacking it, then we could have a chance.
Of course, this is... Sorry, Bill. Go ahead.
So we could keep Melody safe on the back line where she is ineffective. Probably best to let her charge in and fight the demon.
Can you keep her safe in melee range?
I don't really have much experience against demons.
Well, unfortunately, I'm pretty much tapped out of anything that could give her a hand. My throat's a little hoarse, as it were.
Melody, low on magic can only fight up close now.
Yeesh. And Amelia, you're saying most simple martial weapons just won't cut it against a demon?
No, but yours might. Sid perform magic on it, yes? Can I see?
Oh, yeah, okay. Ollie, do you mean the rapier or the...
I would be your rapier, I believe, because Scott has been really bad at telling me telling you guys what his main ability is and what he's doing. The last time I remember, he put it on your rapier. So it'd be one of those things you don't even think about it. You take it out, it would sheen. It would sheen probably sort of goldish, you know, which by now Gilwyn, all of you are aware is you know, magic weapons just tend to have that.
Could we have borrowed Sid's equipment before he left, or no?
Nah.
So I would take it out and like turn it and give pommel first to Amelia for her to take a look at.
Can I make an Arcana check?
I mean, you already know it's
Okay.
magically enchanted. You're just aware of that. You're aware of how Sid works, and
Smells like Sid.
smells like Sid. It does. It smells like Sid's magic because magic has a smell, and that's the main way you detect magics. That's not even a joke. So you're just aware that Sid this is a mundane weapon, but Sid's magic has bolstered it, and you are 99% sure that it could damage a demon.
I'm fairly certain this will work.
Oh, cool. Okay.
Melody would pull out her spear and briefly cast Shillelagh on it, so it gets all the like random blooming flower on the end of it and such like, and just tilt her to the side. This magic weapon?
Yes, I'm definitely sure that would work against the demon.
Melody smiles.
Well, it looks to
What
me,
are you
Vale,
gonna do, Vale?
that you're the useless one. And I'll pat him on the shoulder.
Well,
Vale, you can still distract them
Ewan's
in
tall.
melee.
we'll
You
see.
can give them an edge.
Doesn't matter if you can deal damage if you can't hit it.
No, but you can distract it well enough to where they can get better hits on it.
Oh, yeah, sure. I will just stand near the demon and let it hit me. I'd
Of course.
probably try and shoot it a bit with the longbow first.
Do another couple of those front flips that Sid was raving about.
Well, it was
You
kind
can
of
you can
spur-
hear faintly in the distance. It was such a good flip. I just can't believe it.
It's like echoing.
Yeah,
He's not really made it that far yet on account of
because
his
he's got a 15 move
he's like
speed
got
right
Lego
now.
legs.
Yeah, he's not fast.
Well, it was kind of a spur of the moment thing, you know, with the adrenaline and the dog and the two heads and the skull and the deathless, you know.
At that moment when Vale says dog, Gil will sort of freeze and realise, oh shit, there's a two-headed dog here, and I'll immediately turn and look at the dog and Melody.
The
Melody's
dog's
patting it.
one of its heads looks at you. The other one is like in Melody's lap, getting head rubs.
Is this okay? Are we allowing this to happen?
I'm not sure it's okay, but Melody.
You're not going to take her dog away, are you?
Melody looks up sharply at this. Glares at Vale.
Why are you glaring at me? She said it, not me. You're racist. Just assume because I'm an elf. I don't like animals.
Okay, well, I don't
mean-
think...
I did a little number on it, so I mean, sure, let's go, but it'll probably get mauled to death by a demon. Just saying. I mean, like I got a good couple of, you know.
So if we're trying to protect Melody so she can deal as much damage against the thing as possible, Vale, do you want to give up your potions to Melody? I gave you a greater healing one.
I'm fairly certain I already gave a potion to Melody. However, If you insist, I suppose I could. But I'm not
Melody
really sure.
has potion. She pulls out the greater healing potion that I do have noted in my inventory. So
I believe there was one from the loot
yeah,
you got.
Mira?
If she already has one, I'd rather keep hold of the thing that will stop me bleeding out on the floor.
You actually feel another shake, and this floor, as you can see on the map, although I should really do this because of camera, is way more wooden. Like, this is a little more natural cavern, and like they've woodened it up, and it's very old wood. It's probably been here for years, but like it starts to splinter and crack as the room shakes again, and the little bit of dim light that would be in here from like candles that are melted down would like shake and flicker and probably go out.
That doesn't sound like it's getting any better, and I don't think we have time to talk about this for much longer.
All right.
I'm ready to go whenever.
Melody can fight now.
All right. Ready?
Why not?
And one by one around the room, I'll sort of just give a slight smile and a nod.
The old
And then
Gilwyn.
And then
Gilwyn classic.
I'll go out.
Bill's gonna string his longbow and mutter something about no plan, just going in there. Big room.
Okay.
And time to, you've got to maneuver your way through the dungeon, my dudes.
Yeah, Vale knows which way to go, though, right?
Vale knows which way to go.
I do, yes.
That's no way through.
It's locked.
It's locked.
It was closed, yeah. It's true.
I thought it was open.
It was open.
I believe Amelia closed all the doors and warded them, so you can open them.
Oh yeah, that's true.
They're not locked.
Yeah.
They're just not open. Just because of the way I see on the map, I didn't even realize that they weren't.
You just see a
Oh, yeah,
corpse on the floor.
Yeah, I mean, walking through these old corridors that the others haven't even seen, there's just like destruction and battle and proof of Vale running through here quite quickly. There's bloody footprints that would trail all the way like through this room, and you can see from the lack of the number of them that he was running very fast, very quickly.
Is the doggo following or not?
The dog is. I'm not moving the dog. The dog is, non-combatant, staying like a room behind.
I was just going to say,
slinking around.
I was just going to say, I don't want it in the fighting. And Melody
It's on
will
1
make
HP, so yeah.
Yeah.
Up here appears to be a set of barracks, somewhere for the people to sleep, those of whom aren't dead at least. This room, as far as I can tell.
You see a beak gnawing at this body, like pulling chunks of putrefied flesh from the deadless on the ground. And you're not a biologist, but a beak that big belongs to something big.
He wasn't there before, and neither was the blood. I mean, this blood that we're standing in was here, yes, but not over there. Maybe I should just check in this room. Oh God! Oh
Yeah,
no! Oh no, Gil! Move back! I'm going to. And Vale Light starts retching as he desperately gets out.
He like runs as far away as he can. It's not nice in there. It's essentially like an undead butcher-ish. So and you've been around Deadless like a lot in the last month, so you've kind of got used to the smell.
Right.
But it was a very intense burst of it. It's like, yeah, you get me. In your brief glance, it didn't look like there was a whole lot of value in there. There were like cleavers and things on the table and plenty of chain. Probably the thing of most value would be if you wanted to take some of that chain and manage to get it off the walls, but that would take a little bit of time.
So skip that room.
I think so.
Okay.
Just close the door. Goodbye.
I'll ward it really quick.
Oh
So
yeah, that's
cool.
actually
cool.
a good idea. Let me
Just in case
let
anything inside there.
me find the door.
We will know.
You,
If it
Vale
comes
can
out.
tell you that these look like prison cells. You know,
Do they have windows?
they'd have the little slide.
Can I have a look through this slide?
They all look like very small, empty, dark chambers.
Empty.
Let me just roll something real quick.
Oh.
The like gnawing noise of the beak in the flesh stops.
Oh, God. Melody looks back, sort of awaiting instruction. I could just about see the end of that on the screen, and now it's gone. Could Melody? Is that what Melody saw? Like the beak?
You would have seen the
moving away?
beak. Yeah.
And I saw it moving away.
Yeah. The you know, everything's very dark, so you would only see the vague shapes. You would be able to tell it was a beak, but you know, you'd be able to see it as a beak. And if you were really looking, like when Vale was, it stopped and moved away.
Okay. Melody looks
Old
back.
metal
and says,
doors.
It move. Here's door, perhaps.
Shit.
Might know we're here.
Well, I guess we have a choice to try and lure it into this small corridor, but bearing in mind we have no idea what this creature is capable of, it could just as well skewer us all with a single tail thrust. Or we could escape into the larger area, and hopefully not slip up on all that blood and gore over there, and fight him in there. What do you guys think?
Definitely do not fight what I would assume is a rather large creature in a hallway this big. I say we push.
Well, I would agree. After you, Miss Melody.
Like
Okay,
pat
I'm
on the
move-
shoulder and like slight push.
I'm moving forward very slowly and stealthily
Very
now.
slow. Actually, do you want to roll stealth?
I might as well. I don't know. I mean, my stealth isn't great.
It's
so-
again, if the rest of the party doesn't, there's not much point.
Oh!
If you all do, cancel it. Cancel it all. Actually,
it does-
Vale did pretty well. What I would allow is like for Vale to like dash into one of the doorways and squish his body up, and because you're moving, but you can almost feel the eyes on you, even though you can't see this creature yet. You can feel like you're being watched, and honestly, in this area, you had that feeling before you broke the mirror. When you broke the mirror, it went away, and this place felt like a normal dungeon. A normal catacombs under everything. But now you're aware, Melody, well, you think it's this thing knowing. I mean, you don't know anything about demons, you just know that it don't feel right.
Also, Melody is good at sneaking through forest. She is not good at sneaking through catacombs. So
Yeah.
that also doesn't help. I still cannot see it. So I'm going to roll out and charge across to the other side.
Alright, roll me initiative.
That's an evil-looking griffin thing. Hippogriff? I don't know. I don't know what
Can
Technical term
I-
is burb.
Can I,
it's an evil-looking
question
dog.
mark, get a stealth round?
If you were staying in like the doorways, yeah. So what with that stealth roll, because you actually rolled well, I would say you are hidden from it for its first round, so that you get the advantage and stuff, but not a full stealth round. Because that would in you moving before Melody, when Melody
that's
just
cool.
barrels
That's fine.
in, it doesn't
Yeah.
really work in my brain box. That's a good initiative roll. Oh, I like that. Oh, I like that indeedy doodly. Did you all
I
roll
don't-
initiative, or did none of you roll initiative?
None of us
No.
rolled initiative.
I rolled initiative.
I thought you meant just for Melody. Apologies.
You guys can squish past me if you want, depending on what we get. You know, we'll see.
Yeah, I'll take
Oh.
Melody's charge as a cue for me to run out as well.
Stop moving, you dirty boys. All right. With that,
Never.
it's actually the creature that moves first. So Melody like charges in. Is like, I feel this thing watching me. Grips her spear and probably spear and shield,
Yep, absolutely.
and charges into the room.
bookcase.
What?
Slaughters a book.
Oh yeah, like charges into the room, yells a bit, and then turns and then is quiet because what she sees is the easiest way to describe it is a humanoid vulture with 4 limbs. But that's not quite an accurate clasp. It's like a vulture. It's coated in just as much like rotten meat as you've seen vultures after a kill, or birds of prey after a kill. Definitely for old Melody. It's got that sort of look and these horribly huge wings that are too dark. Like it's almost like it's sucked all the very dim light in this room from there's sort of like a flickering light from the summoning circle. It's almost absorbing it all, and it just looks at Melody, and you guys actually don't hear anything for a moment. It hits Melody first, as in her head, it just says, "Finally fresh food," and then it would almost ripple through the rest of you after a delay. But that voice, just imagine like a lot more bird in it. It was not a human voice. And seeing that, it'll actually, let me just put my book on the table for a little bit of ease here. A little bit of ASMR D&D with Ollie. Let me just flick some pages. And it's just going to straight charge at Melody because Melody's the first thing it sees. And it sort of charges on all fours in a very animal-like way. And is going to attack you, Miss Melody. So what's your AC right now? 16?
16.
I knew it. Alright, it's like first attack, it like runs, and because you were in like charge mode, you managed to just shield as it like, it would go with its beak first, like almost like a headbutt. And as you shield that, it sweeps at your legs with its long, long claws. Like, Gilwyn has a long sword. It's a rapier, but it is a sword that is long. Like,
Oh, yes,
these
it
are
is.
easily longer. Yeah. It's like a baguette. But does manage to slash you with its talons for.
Oh my god, is that fizzy strawberry and blue cola bowl? I'm jealous. Oh, man.
For. Actually, a nice clean number 20 damage.
Oh!
Did you hear
KO,
Ollie then?
KO.
A nice clean number, 20 damage.
Jesus.
Okay.
After that is Amelia.
God damn.
Can I move through your square, Gilwyn?
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Cool. I'm going to cast Protection Against Good and Evil on Melody.
That sounds like a good play. That means like it's
Disadvantage.
It's a demon. It's got disadvantage.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna play games. I mean, we're literally playing a game. But
Is it a demon that doesn't really count as a demon for subclass purposes, and therefore can ignore the spell? No.
No. I'm actually more generous with fiends than D&D is.
All right. Good.
Yeah.
So yeah, I do
absolutely
that.
can do that.
Let me put the spell in the chat, and that's my turn.
Cool. So you run out and protect old Melody. After that is Vale. You have advantage on it because it hasn't seen you. These guys charged out, and you actually moved quite quietly.
Right, let's have a go at shit in the eye with the old longbow.
Yarp.
Er,
That is a hit.
17 damage.
So that's actually a real strong hit. It's one of the things, you hit it in the eye. You see the arrow fly. It's one of the things that, why elves are such good archers is that their eyes are actually precise enough to, like, watch things as they go properly. And it, like, actually, you hit the eye, like, perfectly. And it's one of those things where it has, like, a secondary lens over the eye, and that moves up, but the arrow just bounces, like, crumples against it and falls off. But it does sort of like scratch and scar up the side of its face as you do so. So you definitely deal some damage.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Like aerobics.
Is this still active in any way?
It's like flickering. Actually, go ahead and give me an Arcana check.
Why the fuck not? I don't do magic.
Fuck, I don't understand summoning. Destroy it, fuck.
I don't have a hammer to destroy it with either, so so guess I'm using my bonus action. 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay.
Nice.
I mean, you know, just because you were here before, and I'll give it to you on the Arcana check, that this guy was the one sustaining the summoning. He now dead.
He got an arrow in his face. I wonder, did the thing?
He did
eat
get an
the
arrow in his face.
Did the thing eat the arrow?
No, it would still be there. It's mostly like guts. He's been eaten.
Because secretly I lace all my arrows with an extremely deadly poison. No, I
Alright, is that your turn? He doesn't know,
I
but
see.
I deal an
It ate
extra
the
3
arrow.
damage.
It activated my trip card, which is specifically designed for creatures that eat wood.
Alright, Melody.
So Melody's a bit surprised by how strong that attack was, staggers back and instinctively goes to cure herself.
This is when Amelia has a thought process that even though the Feywild is the opposite of the Shadowfell, the Shadowfell is also the opposite of the Feywild.
Yeah.
And well, bonus action, I might as well get my shillelagh up, but I can't do anything else this turn, so that's it.
Awesome. Alright, you heal yourself some. Gilwyn.
I will take one step down.
You're
I will tend to Melody, and I will inspire her with my bardic inspiration. And I'll say, Melody, please do not fall, sweetheart. And as I say that, I will try and stab this motherfucker with my...
If you
lovely
move
rapier.
one further down, you'd be flanking it.
Oh, really?
Because the way flanking works, you have to draw a line through the token.
Oh, yeah. No, that's... Yeah,
So,
right, gotcha.
Yeah, go ahead. It
Thanks
just means
for
you have
that.
advantage. I'm giving you extra.
I appreciate that.
Extra value here at twitch.tv/olirant.
It didn't do much.
You're Gilwyn's a little bit scared. A little bit palm sway. He swoops at this thing, and this thing isn't even like dodging. You're just like,
That sounds about right.
And the thing is, it actually notices you. But first it's going to first it like notices it's surrounded. It like spins around, so it's sort of like facing both of you. Its eyes are like on the side of its head. They're like looking at the lot of you. And then its wings stretch out.
Chameleon demon bird.
It's kind of a little bit of everything.
It says one moment and gets out its little like egg cup things that it cut out earlier and like holds them there so it can look at both of you separately.
What? And then it like stretches out its body as much as it can, and this this room would have like a vaulted ceiling again, like a cathedral or something. And it just shrieks, and it's out loud as well as in your heads. And everyone roll me a Constitution roll, but Melody, I don't know if this is what the spell actually does. You have advantage on it because of protection from good and evil. The person who's probably best at Constitution save, yes.
No.
Take that.
The only person who fails this is Amelia, who is stunned. until until the start of next turn. So you basically are...
Can't take actions, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Or reactions?
You can't do anything, I think, when you're stunned. Like, actually
I think
anything.
so.
So your turn is just you kind of holding your head, trying to...
Does it interrupt my concentration at all, or no?
I don't think so.
Oh.
I'm gonna check, because all that stuff's on the DM shield. I'm saying
DM
no.
shield.
The screen? The damn screen?
No, it's a shield to protect
It's a
you
shield?
from your
Oh, okay.
voracious, angry players.
In my experience.
But when you bone them in a dungeon, you're like, yes, there are 3 liches and a beholder. You're level 4.
Yeah. Considering
You can
still
hide behind it.
Considering you can still speak, and for some spells, I don't think you're magic, but for some spells, it's like you're continuing an incantation. I would say you still keep your concentration up.
The way Ollie was holding that, it made him look like a tiny little man with a normal-sized book. Like, what's on this book?
So yeah, you're still good with that, but you basically spend your turn trying to get back. Then it's Vale, who is actually not even on the screen. There he is. He's down here.
Look, I'm just assessing the situation.
No, it's just I
He's running away.
I didn't look at my camera for a bit,
Running
and I
away.
realized that Vale wasn't on there.
Coming from Ian, the maestro of running away.
Shut up. That was in Makoma and it was perfectly justified.
I'm gonna switch to, let's see, spike chain and parrying dagger. I think.
I was imagining Spike Chain versus demons. It might just be the Ghost Rider side of me going on, but
6. Bonus action. That's alright. And then I will slice up its bumhole with my spike chain.
Okay,
Nice.
sure.
I mean, it might not even have one. You never know.
You didn't pass a religion check. That is a hit.
So I have to make a religion check on whether the demons have buttholes.
You'll have plenty of time to
Welcome
examine a demon
to the
butthole when you
temple.
kill it.
Of blah blah blah. Today we will be learning about demons and their bumholes.
I'm just saying, there's gods that would happen. Canon.
The Temple of the Brown Star.
It-
I like it.
That's bad. All right, so it's one of those things you spin up and you swing. It's like you're striking someone in full armor, like clashes with like a spark of light. Actually, but it's almost absorbed by the creature and pulls back. But again, you're leaving marks. It's just like dents in armor.
I am actually gonna have to find out whether it has a bumhole now, aren't I?
You dented its butthole.
Excuse me. It's Melody's turn.
I mean, technically, given that it hit me with 20 last time, I'm within range of death if I don't heal. But I'm going to take a risk. It has
Ooh.
disadvantage on attack rolls.
It
Come
does.
on.
It does.
Let's go with a stab to the face.
I am providing, yeah.
Yeah.
Advantage.
She has advantage anyway. That is
Yeah.
absolutely a hit.
Pokey, pokey, poke. My damage rolls have been rubbish for the last 2 sessions.
But
Needs
the
to
fact
get
that
better at poking
you
him.
dealt the same amount of damage to him as Vale did, and Vale's doing half damage. You poke it, you pierce it. You probably don't just poke at it through the chest while trying to defend yourself slightly.
Actually, bonus action, greater healing potion.
Yes.
Actually, it's 4D. Hell, I don't want to risk getting
Remember,
knocked out.
I allow
in one hit.
bonus action potions.
Eat it.
What is it? 4d4 plus 4.
44 plus 4. The most satisfying thing in D&D to say. That's really good.
That is very helpful. That takes me exactly to full health.
Hey, you did get value.
Yeah.
Everyday value potions.
Maximum value.
Buy from Old Man Grumble now. Alright, Gelwain Gallagher. Took me a while to find his name in my Jarviskjir brain database.
Having missed my first attack, I will frustratedly rather cast Vicious Mockery on this little chap.
Yeah? Little chap.
Big chap. Medium-sized.
To be fair, he's
large
as tall as you lanky bastard.
Gilwin's like, you think you're so hard, don't you? Your magic
Come
hard
have a go
skin."
if you think you're hard enough. It will fail. It'll fail.
Hey, finally.
This one actually has plus wisdom. It just got a kind of not great roll.
Take that.
And has
And your
disadvantage on its
disadvantage.
attack roll, which is the more important thing. Alrighty. After that is this guy. And it will...
I can see what's about to happen here.
Was that Vale's inner voice? I can see what's about to happen here.
Elves think very slowly, actually. They're portrayed as being intelligent, but they're just, it's just because
They're intelligent.
Time
They're
to
like
think
Batman.
about
They're
it.
intelligent if they have prep time.
Yeah.
In the moment, basically just birds. Yeah, it's going to attack. I was just looking at stuff. Horrible stuff. It's going to attack Melody. Swing at her again.
Double disadvantage. If only that was a thing.
I know, right? And it actually misses both attacks. It's one of the things where, because of Gilwin sort of whispering in its ear, it's not like everyone else that goes like, "Ugh!" No, it's just like it's trying to attack at you, and you actually knowing that Gilwin's helping you can better defend yourself, and through a mixture of your shield and the wards that would glow like with holy blue light in the when they're crashed into by the demon. Like you've seen the spells Amelia like cast, but when fighting an actual demon, they seem a lot more dramatic. It does no damage to you, and it almost seems frustrated, like a dog attacking a cushion.
Nice.
Yeah,
Good way to put it.
yeah.
There you go,
Amelia,
Neil.
I'm a descriptive man.
Oh, man.
Oh man, that does make me feel a little sweet tooth. All right, Amelia, you
Yeah,
are
I
no
know.
longer stunned.
I'm stunned.
No, you're not.
I'm not anymore.
It was
This-
just
this
a
is the one
one
turn that I
turn,
had.
just a one turn jobby.
Oh, okay. I didn't think I had a turn yet.
You did.
Okay.
Yeah, it was
it's
right
after.
you.
Well, I am just gonna do frostbite on this thing and see if it works. I'm not entirely certain it will.
Looking at its modifiers, it will. It rolled a 2.
Oh, cool.
Holy crap.
Yeah.
All right.
It's
yeah.
only human too.
And it gets disadvantage on its attack roll against everything. not just
Exactly.
Melody.
Exactly.
Twist, it's my dad in a suit. No!
After that, it's a Vale.
Yeah, it's gonna turn to Gilwin in his father's voice and vicious mockery him back. I never loved you, Gilwin.
You're a failure.
Oh,
You've been reading my DM notes. Let me take this opportunity while Neil takes forever on his turn to try and fix his fucking face.
I'm gonna stab him again. What's wrong with my face?
It's just
no,
wrong.
I
Oh,
moved my
okay.
thing.
You fixed it for me. That's good. I don't have
Yeah,
to go into
I'm
the
a nice
Matrix
guy.
code. That's a great hit.
Yeah, it is. This is what I was talking about when I was slagging off.
I know,
demons,
I
but not
got it.
hitting.
You're a swashbuckler. You're doing your class fantasy. You're stealing
boy.
kills. You're doing loads of damage, even though you have no right to. I can't be mad at it. It's a surprise you haven't played a swashbuckler sooner, Neil.
Oh yeah, they're DnD. If you're watching, nerf this class.
No,
Please.
they're balanced. You're just lucky.
Yeah,
They're balanced in the fact that you
I'm
have
a true swash.
no
It's
health
exactly
and no
the way
armor.
Kel seemed permanently overpowered, even though he was.
You're an
actually
AP carry, basically, an AD carry. All right, that's your turn, unless you want to do anything.
I have a bonus
Cunning.
action. I'm considering doing something with it, but I don't know what I could do. Actually, I am gonna religion. If say an explosive weapon, such as my pistol, was fired within the body, say perhaps up the bumhole, can I religion roll? Oh yeah, I know my bumhole lore. It was day one in the church, you see, when you go up there and they tell you, and so it stays in.
Bumhole 101.
Yeah.
Roll me a bumhole roll, please. Oh wait, we're not using the Book of Erotic Literature. All right.
Roll.
So you actually do remember this from your teachings? Nothing to do with bumholes. I don't know why in times of trouble Vale's mind goes to the bum. It always does. Maybe that's why he's no longer allowed at the clergy.
It's a place of safety.
Kind of
and
makes
where
sense when you think
Pirates
about
get
it.
lonely on
Where
long
one can
voyages.
rid themselves of bad things.
It's even worse when you remember he's actually really young for an elf. But you
Really
actually remember that
young. You
the
guys
thing
are
with demons
sick.
and fiends and creatures of the sort, and the same with angels, creatures that are from the other worlds, are not designed for this world, which is why we can't damage them so much. It's not that it's got armored plating, it's just that it's almost like you're... Oh, we lost Dean for a
Ripped
second
in.
there.
So
Now I
all this
expect
talk
to,
of bumholes
I expect to
got
hear Dean
fired
go,
up.
what?
Fuck's sake.
But it's because they're not of this world, you can't harm them. It's almost like you know, they shift and change and are not quite natural, not in the same way of like the Feywild or the Shadow Realm, because demons come from their own place that you should know the name of and you don't. That's why you aren't harming them, and that's why magic weapons can pierce them, because they can kind of go through that. It doesn't matter if you're inside it. You could set off a bomb inside it and it wouldn't, unless it was holy in some way, it wouldn't really do a whole lot.
Holy hand grenade, gotcha.
Yeah. It's almost like when you're attacking them, it's like the force still hits them, but like the sharpness doesn't. If that makes sense. Alright, that's your turn. Taking forever. Fucking
Hey,
Vale.
that's only because you talked.
I know, right? Your fault. But Melody, your turn.
Pokey, pokey,
Warded.
poke.
Poke. Okay. That's
Maybe
a
not
miss.
pokey, pokey,
That's a
poke.
miss. Ladies and gentlemen.
Oh, hang on. I have inspiration.
You do!
Yay.
What's the... Is it D6
I think
now,
it's
or-
just a D6 at
D8.
the moment. Oh, no, it is a D8.
Oh, baby. A D8
I
now.
think that's a hit.
That's a hit. Don't you tell me what it is. It's a good hit,
It's
too.
a damage!
It was a good hit, yeah.
Yeah, that's like you jab and you nearly miss, and then redouble in again and actually go through some of this thing's neck with the spear, like butter. And it's a fucking you've seen this spear. It's a blunt stone spear, and yet, Gilwyn. Speaking of blunt,
Yeah. I told you to stay off that stuff.
he's a bard.
He gets all sad and depressed, and he like,
Writes
has
sad
this funny look in
songs.
his eye, and we have to take him to clerics. Jeez.
You're not my dad. And neither are you, and I'll stab it.
That's a hit. That was a good hit too. Yep, and like Melody's weapon, you shing. Clean cut, clean withdraw. That would be cool if I didn't sound like a fucking muppet.
Clean cut, clean.
Okay, it's going to attack Melody. It's not the most
Wow, it
intelligent
really wants
creature.
Melody dead, doesn't it?
Melody's doing the most
I want
damage
it
to
roll
it.
I want it to
This
roll
is-
a natty 20 and hit Raj instead. Just like
This is
And,
this
like,
is just what Ollie
bits of
does.
Raj
He
just
always
appear.
targets
You
me.
do the most damage consistently. So unintelligent things attack you, assuming it will hurt you the most, and one of his 2 attacks hits.
Is he unintelligent?
You don't really know.
Quiz him.
Demons go all
He
ways.
speaks.
Damn it! I should have got there first. It's been a long time since I've had to do that joke. Dealing 12 piercing damage to you, Melody, as you managed to like you shield up and it's like scraping along the shield and it just bites at your head and its mouth is full of fangs that you couldn't quite see before, that just sort of scrape at your face.
Lovely.
Amelia.
Yep. I am probably going to do the same thing I did before. So we'll see.
It's funny you say that about going to extra planes. Neil's character did that in a different game once.
I'm sure it worked
Yeah,
really well
Take
for
the
him.
fight to them.
When did I do this?
Frostbite? Oh, Frostbite.
Yeah.
I suppose it ended well. It didn't start very well.
What's your DC for that?
What is it? I don't remember.
It's on
You
your
just
spell
rolled it.
page.
It's 13.
It passes just.
Cool. That was my turn.
Your turns are easy until you get a high level, and then they're gonna be very
Yeah,
complicated.
that's complicated.
Speaking of complicated, Vale.
Hey, I'm complicated, but I'm not. I'm gonna do a speed turn starting now. I have advantage, right?
Yes. That's a hit. That's a big. That's like you've done that much damage like consistently.
Fairly consistently, actually, isn't it?
And anything else?
I could do a perception roll.
Why?
No, I'll do a speed turn to see whether any of the books might be useful. Like this
Throw
one's
a book
called,
at
like,
it.
Banishing
Even if you-
demons for dummies.
Even if you find a book, are you going to read it during the combat?
It's dark in here.
Hold on,
remember?
Give me a second.
Yeah.
Roll intelligence to determine how quickly you can read it.
Fine. I won't
Nat
do
20.
anything else.
You read
Do you
all
end your
in 5
turn?
seconds.
I might. You never know. I might just Superman it. Just.
That is like a very elvish thing to do. Like, oh, there's a battle going on. I'm going to read
That
this book.
is a very elvish thing to do. Do you end your turn, Neil?
Yes.
Dean, what was that?
69 seconds.
For fuck's sake. Melody, your turn.
Just a quick 69.
Just a quick
I have
69.
zero regrets.
They're in collusion, I know it.
Stab, 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 poke.
Oh, I nailed it.
Ah! Ho ho!
Ho ho!
That's
Oh.
Good.
Decent poke.
You
is how
you do the same thing again because it's like getting up onto you, so you have a really good attack at its neck because its neck is all elongated and gross. So you have another attack on its neck, and you just it's bleeding. The blood is actually bleeding backwards, like almost flowing through the air into that portal area behind you. Not that there's an open portal, but that's sort of where it's going. You're noticing it slowing down its ferocity. Speaking of slowing down, Gilwyn needs to slow down or he'll sweep us off his feet.
I guess I'll just keep wailing on it with my rapier.
This is just a corner it and stab it situation.
Yeah, this is how wolves take down bears. They don't.
Okay.
I'll use luck.
Hey. Look at him, he's learning. He uses luck once a session now. That's a hit.
Woo! Ho ho!
Hit it with a book.
Max damage.
But to be fair, if you found a magical book, it would do more damage than a regular book. Right?
Oh yeah, definitely.
After that, it's its turn.
It's like a minorly enchanted bookshelf, so that it doesn't rot, but you just beat someone with it, and it counts as a magic.
I want Vale to kill Steer from the arse of the book.
Yeah, let's throw the bookcase onto the thing. So it's like clearly like it was like I'm gonna kill you all. Now it's like starting to withdraw. It's actually pulling away from Melody. And it's gripping at its neck, its wings open, and as its wings open, this darkness sort of spreads out. Imagine Shadow Colossus, where all the tentacles sort of sprawl out. They hit each one of you. Give me a Constitution save, all.
Oh god, I held my breath, so it's probably gonna hit me right in the dick. Like Vale's like, ha!
Yeah.
A better roll than I did last time.
It's true. Gilwyn and Vale have been in enough of these situations where, okay, something magical is gonna fucking happen. You're actually fine. Alright. Amelia and Melody, the shadow sort of like strikes at you, and you immediately feel violently wrong. Not like you're gonna throw up, just like everything in my body is incorrect. Have fun with that.
You know what? Actually, I think Melody got advantage on that roll. From
She
predicting it's gonna be
would.
evil.
Yes.
Yep.
Re-roll that, Melody.
In fact.
Yeah, no, that was my bad. I forgot.
It's a lot of stuff to remember.
Still
You're
feeling bad. So you're both poisoned. That's right. Poisoned.
Oh, boy.
Disadvantage on everything.
Now it'll balance out.
Now it's
Now
Amelia.
it's a fair fight again.
Amelia, your turnerino.
Alright. I don't think I have anything that can fix that. So, frostbite.
Yeah, you don't need. Doesn't matter if you got advantage if you give, and it fails.
DC 13.
It fails.
Oh, really? Cool.
Yeah. It's got the highest wisdom
surprised.
modifier of anything you've been, or Constitution modifier of anything you've been attacking, and it's failing. This monster just has bad luck.
It's Ian in monster form.
Yeah.
Vale.
Speed turn. Let's go. Right. Spike chain attack. With advantage. Damn it. That hits. That's good enough. Right. Spike chain. Sneak attack.
Fuck it, I'll
I
take
end my
it.
turn. 20 damage.
Vale.
11 seconds.
Describe that kill.
Bloody kill stealer.
It like it's like rearing up,
Kill
right?
secure.
And as it turns in like Vale and Gil's direction, it's like it's turning into their direction as the spike chain is coming in, and he's just released it, and it turns, and the combined force just lets out this lovely slap. As it doesn't penetrate the skin, right? Because it's not magical. So it just slaps it on the head, and there's like a soft sort of crunch inside, and then it collapses on Gilwyn.
It's one of those things where
it like looks at the knife like, no, like there's no blood on it.
Absolutely. You absolutely. It's one of those things where you've defeated it. It's not dead yet. It's almost like twitching and moving, but the fight is over. And Melody and Amelia, you feel that shadow actually retract back inside it. You feel very wrong for like 2 seconds before it retracts, and you're glad that it wasn't much longer.
Poison depenetrates you.
Yes, exactly. And actually, that's where we're going to take our first little break.
So you can think about how that works.
Don't think about anything. That's my advice.